And my name Michael Bank. I immigrated in 1992. I have two children, Abraham and Miriam. His name is Ura is the Jewish name. He was born in a family, family including 15 child, 11 brothers and 4 sisters.
Most of the time, he was a driver for so-called road of life.
He make a road from Leningrad to Prague.
At that time, Leningrad was blockaded from the rest of the country from 3 sides by German army. On the fourth side, there was a Ladoga lake that was very wide, big, but relatively shallow. That lake would freeze in the winter, and Russians will sell caravans of trucks with food to the sieged city. On the way back, they will bring whatever city can produce: ammunition, arms. Hundreds of thousands of people died from hunger. They were driving trucks at night over the ice with lights off and doors wide open, because Germans were constantly bombing the ice. The rules were such that if you're driving a truck with food to the sieged Leningrad and the truck sinks for whatever reason, your officer has to kill you, has to shoot you on the spot. My grandfather was caught in the bombardment. Ice cracked and his truck sunk with bread with bags of flour in it. And his officer came to him and said, "Well, look, I have to kill you. However, we're friends and I like you, and I have to file my report in the morning. By that time, the food is out of the water. I will not kill you." My grandfather, with the help of other soldiers, would put a rope around his waist, dive into the ice water, and lake was relatively shallow, so maybe a few meters deep, 4 or 5 meters deep maybe. He would dive, find a bag at night in the dark, tie the rope to the bag, come out, pull the bag out, and dive again for the next bag. By the time the morning came, he pulled out all the bags with flour. He spent a long time in the hospital after that, but he survived. He was in the column of 10 trucks going through to the territory of current Czech Republic near Prague when they came upon a bridge that they had to cross, and there was a sign in German that bridge is mined. Often Germans, when they retreat hastily, they would put the signs without mining the bridges, just to slow down the Russian troops.
All drivers can make a make a make a mishak and who are first.
And it happened to be my grandfather. They unloaded ammunition from his truck. He backed up a little to gain the speed, and on the highest possible speed, he crossed the bridge on empty truck.
But second car will be full, and who explosions and the second driver made.
He was sitting in the manhole, and it was time for him to go to lunch. Another soldier came to relieve him, and my grandfather stepped out for an hour. When he came back, manhole was not there. It was a big crater from a mine that exploded there and killed the soldier who was there for just 1 hour to relieve my grandfather. So miracles like that, there's no other way to call it, happened to him a few times during World War II.
Who received some signs, yes, and he was a good soldier.
My grandfather was one of 14 siblings, and because of World War II, I was the only descendant of his entire family. Now, Baruch Hashem, I have 3 boys and a girl, so the bank name will continue. But there was a time when it was not obvious.